me, no mean to offend you, but there is no discussion of it, I am cooler than you. They fly me out for shows, then I do what I'm sent to. Rapping for 1,000 babes, packed inside a venue. I've been killing it for ages, always checking ages. If she ain't trying.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome to ITM TV episode 6! That's right, episode 6, baby! We're almost running for an entire week straight. This is kind of cool. I'm really glad that I stuck with it. I'm really glad that I decided to do this. This is a lot of fun. So just a little bit of update about my company. I got all of the paperwork squared away, business license here to be able to work inside of Oregon. I'm super stoked. I should be able to get some results here in the next few days, which means that, hopefully in the next 7 to 14 days, we're going to be opening up the doors, which is super exciting. Just got my progress report from 2 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago, we brought $1,250 into the business. 2 weeks ago, we were bringing in a grant, which is, pretty good. Just waiting on that incorporation to go through. Super stoked. Anyway, so in this segment, this episode, what I would like to talk about is attitude. Attitude could be a negative thing or a positive thing. It just really depends on you. What I would like to talk about is how to be able to maintain your attitude. I'm a firm believer that the first 20 minutes of your day is the most important. What happens from the moment that you wake up to the ending of that 20 minutes, it's going to depend on how you're going to be thinking and your actual attitude. So first and foremost, if you want to be able to start your day off right, make sure that you're doing the things in those first 20 minutes to be able to set you up for success. Watch a motivational video, read something positive, not getting on social media. I won't get on social media. I wake up at 5 in the morning, but I won't get on social media until, 5:30, 5:40-ish. Just because I don't want to see something on there that's going to influence my mind. It's not superstitious or anything like that. I'm a firm believer in that. I don't want to even read any text messages. I don't like to check my emails. I don't want to see anything negative in the first 20 minutes of my day. Now, after the last 20 minutes of my day, yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready for whatever. Why? Because I've already stimulated my mind. I've put positivity into my life, right? So that's a great way to start your day. Now, how do you continue to maintain that attitude throughout the day when life throws all of its punches? I'll just give you a little background story about myself. I kind of touched on it in the last episode. I used to be a very impatient person, an anger issue, and I still do. I have a very short fuse. I can get upset really quickly. I had to learn how to teach myself that that's not okay. Anger is not the right answer. There's always another answer. You can either choose to play off of your emotions, or you can choose to play off of logic. So whenever anything negative pops up in my life, think about how to resolve the issue logically. I used to just try to solve the problem with anger, with emotion, however I felt. Sometimes it wasn't always anger. Sometimes it was, sadness. It was anxiety, insecurity, whatever the case may be, because negativity can be in any form, right? Life can hit you anywheres. It's not always just in the face. Sometimes it's in the gut. Sometimes it's a low blow. You never know. Life will kick your ass. One of the things that I was able to do to be able to help myself out with that was literally dissecting the issue right then and there. Once something negative popped up, take a second to just think about, what is this problem? Is this a micro problem or is this a macro problem? Now, if it's a macro problem, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to think about it for a couple of days on how to find a solution. But if it's a micro problem, I'm going to do whatever I think of first. Whatever I think of, not whatever I feel first, not whatever I feel, but whatever I think of first. So, for instance, if I'm driving down the street and I get a flat tire on my way to the office, right? I'm heading to the office and I get a flat tire. Is that a micro problem or is that a macro problem? That's a micro problem, right? So instead of getting upset and just now I'm going to be late to my interviews and oh man, my guys and this and that, instead of getting upset about it, instead of just reacting with emotion, I'm going to react with my mind. I'm going to react logically. I'm just going to do the first thing that I know to do. Oh, okay, I'm going to pull over to the side of the road and I'm going to call AAA. Unless I got a spare in the back. If I got a spare in the back, boom, just freaking get a little oil and grease on my hands, swap out the tire, head to the office, do my interviews, impact my guys, get them all ready for the day. After everybody leaves, after all of my interviews, I'm just going to go to Meineke. It's a micro problem. Now, let's say I get mail and I find out that somebody's suing my company. Is that a micro problem or is that a macro problem? It could be potentially a macro problem. That's pretty huge, right? So I'm not just going to go off the top of my head and just be like, okay, well, I'm going to call these guys right here and I'm going to tell them, like, that's probably not the best idea, right? They could record the conversation, and what if I say something incorrect or something wrong or anything like that? And I'm definitely not going to work off of emotions, because if I work off of emotions, fear, anger, anxiety, all of these things can cripple somebody. So instead of just working off of what's in here, I am going to dissect the problem. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get on the phone with lawyers. I'm going to figure out a solution. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be the solution. And if I can't be the solution, I'm going to find the solution. How do you react to things? Positivity doesn't always mean to be happy and bubbly and stuff like that. Positivity means that you're going to always be moving forward no matter what. Positivity, like optimism. Positivity just means that you're not going to give up. You can be serious and stern and still be positive. If you're feeling a certain type of way internally, you got to think about why. What's the issue, right? If it's a micro problem, it's nothing to fix it. Fix it quick. If it's a macro problem and you need like time, then take the time that you need to be able to resolve the issue. I'm pretty sure that if something catastrophic happened, like, I don't know, half of your house burned down, or for those poor people in Florida or Puerto Rico or, all of these places where these hurricanes are just destroying homes and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that if you had a huge problem like that, your boss would understand you calling out of work, because you got to figure shit out. It's how you are able to approach things. That's how you maintain your attitude, figuring out how to approach it. As soon as any kind of negative thing pops up into your life, be it an email, be it a text message from an old boyfriend or girlfriend, be it an unexpected bill, a car accident, a natural disaster, getting fired, starting a new job that you just weren't excited about but you needed money. Negative things can come in any way, shape, or form. It's about how you approach it. You can react with emotion, or you can react with logic. However you react to a situation is going to play a factor in how your attitude is affected. You react with emotion and stuff like that, your attitude is going to go to shit, right? You're going to be pissed off for the rest of the day. When you do make it to the office, everyone's going to know that you're in a bad mood, and everyone's going to know that you had a flat tire, right? But however, if you pull over to the side of the road and you just like, okay, I got to fix this now, blah, blah, blah. You fix the tire, you snap it back on, you just wipe off the grease off your hands, and you jam back to the office, you do your interviews, you impact your guys. Maybe one or two people are going to know that you had a flat tire, but nobody's going to know, because you were in a good mood, because you knew what you had to do, and you were able to maintain your attitude. You were able to maintain your attitude because you thought logically instead of emotionally. It was able to give you the confidence. When you're confident, you're automatically in a better mood. This was something that I struggled with for a very, very, very long time. It took me a while because I had no confidence. I was insecure, short fuse. I talked with my emotions other than my logic. It was bad. But as soon as I took that step, as soon as I started thinking logically instead of emotionally, it changed so much for me. Everything changed. If you're trying to work on maintaining your attitude, you can use a couple of tips, especially if you have issues with anger. If you hear something, automatically, once you hear something negative that you don't like, one or two things are going to happen. Either one, you're going to get a sick feeling in your stomach and you're going to get scared and have anxiety and go crazy, right, internally. Or two, it's going to make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. You're going to start sweating. You're going to want to punch whoever is in front of you. Some advice. Once you feel that, you have two options at that point. You can either, option A, continue to flow with that emotion, or option B, you can cut it off right at the stem. Now, it's going to be hard at first, obviously. It's going to take some time to get used to it, but now whenever things happen, whenever someone pisses me off, I literally just exhale. And then I breathe. When you don't know what else to do, when you don't want to react negatively, in those situations, what helped me was to forget everything. I revert back to the most simplistic thing that I know, the very first thing that I learned, and that's just to breathe. I breathe. That's it. I breathe. And I feel so much better. It almost like activates this logic that just comes in. And just being able to talk. I can talk level-headed. I can talk, not scream, not yell, not any of that stuff. I can just talk about it. I'm very comfortable with being uncomfortable now because I'm able to maintain my attitude. It's going to take longer for others, and for others, it's just going to click. If you want to learn how to maintain your attitude, when any negative things pop up, when anything negative pops up, instead of reacting emotionally, react logically. That's my best advice for you. It's helped me, and I've seen it help others. I hope that's good. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Chase your dreams, guys.